Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to touch on certain points, specifically hope. To all of those TIs, and I don't particularly like that terminology, but whatever you want to call it. Anyone who is being gang stalked, don't have false hopes. Hope is necessary. You need hope in order to fight for anything in your life. But don't have false hope, believing that this stuff will just go away on its own. One thing I've noticed in my case was that the better I dealt with the gang stalking, the less severe it became. I remember when I was the most vulnerable, they hit me with everything. There was car honking and street theater and insults all the time, 24/7, people moving in next door, everything. They hit me everywhere, every time they could. But the stronger I became, the more resilient, when they felt that I was no longer afraid of them or paranoid, they lessened their activities. I'm still being gang stalked. It's still happening to me. Everywhere I go, people are talking about me, so on and so forth. It's just happening all the time, everywhere. But it has lessened in the sense that I'm not getting as much street theater or directed conversations. I'm not getting the insults and people moving next door and all these car honking and things. It's kind of lessened down a little bit. So what I'm trying to say is don't lose hope, but at the same time don't have false hope. It seems like this thing is in it for life, okay? I expect it to remain for life. I don't have any false hopes. Whoever is doing this may not have any reason to relent on you. They're not going to go easy on you, and don't just hope that it's going to go away. It may not go away. What you can do is, of course, you can't make it go away, logically speaking. You can record. I mean, some people suggested you can record what they're doing, and many people have done that. But the issue is you got to understand something is, first of all, gang stalking is very circumstantial. It's done in a way that is very surreptitious. It's very conspicuous in a way that, you can never prove that anyone is doing anything to you, because even if you got a recording of a gang stalker passing by your accommodation, calling you a fag or a bitch or whatever they do, or doing directed conversation, even if you show that to that person or you show it to the police, they're going to be like, prove to us that that was meant for you. What evidence do you have that that person was actually talking about you? What evidence do you have that these people were talking about you or saying anything about you? They'll say, well, we never spoke to you. We never directed anything towards you, as in nobody came to your face and said blah, 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 blah. Nobody used your name, for example. And even if they use your name, there are many people who have your name, right? I mean, if your name is James, there's many people called James. If your name is Richard, there's many people called Richard. So you need to understand something, okay? Do not have false hope. I mean, I've seen people like Michael Barden. I don't know if he's legit or not, but you see Michael Barden's been fighting for very viciously to prove gang stalking and get help from the law and the courts and all that. Nothing's happening. He's talked to FISA, he's talked to CISA, he's talked to FISA, he's talked to NSA, he's talked to the sheriff department, he's talked to the cops, he's talked to everyone. No one is helping, no one is doing anything about it. Most likelihood those people know what's happening, they just don't want to be involved. And of course they don't want to admit that they are aware of what's happening to you and that they're doing nothing. You need to understand that. This is how society operates. So we are literally on our own when it comes to this thing. We are on our own, okay? No one is going to help you. Nobody is going to make this disappear. Nobody can make it go away. You can record every second of your life using a hidden camera. It will not change anything. You will not be able to prove anything because everything is circumstantial. That's the whole point of gang stalking, is that nobody gets caught. It's all circumstantial. I'm not trying to discourage you from finding a solution. All I'm trying to say is don't have false hopes. I'm in this thing for life. It's going to happen to me for life. I don't care. Let it come. I work on something else. I work on something where I have hope. You know where I got hope? I got hope in working on myself, working on my personality, making myself more resilient, making myself tougher mentally, spiritually, to be able to withstand all this stuff so that even if they want to bring whatever they want to bring, it's not going to do anything to me. And it's not doing anything to me right now. Okay? And as I mentioned before, they lessened their activity when they saw that I wasn't affected by it. Because, of course, they hack everything. They hack my phone calls, they hack my phone, my laptop, everything. So when I'm like, even if I'm not reacting odd or anything like that, I'm not panicking in the public, they still know if I'm panicking, like if I'm calling someone and I'm like panicking, I'm like, this is that happening to me. So they can read you, they can find ways to find out what your mental status is. So you can't hide that from them. So, I mean, the best thing you can do is you can work on your strength, you can work on who you are as a person and your ability to deal with this. Because in the end, the way I like to see it is, okay, gang stalking is a very cruel thing to do to someone. It's cruel, it's a violation of your rights, it's not a good thing to do to someone, but it does make you stronger. That's one of the good sides, let's say, of gang stalking, is it does make you a stronger person, someone who's a little bit more resilient. It does make you tougher. Because, as we know, anyone who goes through hardship is more likely to learn and become tougher than someone who's always lived in a less challenging environment, so to speak. So work on the aspects that you can, is what I'm saying, you know? Work on becoming mentally tougher. You know, if you hear these people talking shit about you and doing this and this and that, fuck it, whatever, I don't care. Okay? Just accept it. Be like, yeah, whatever. These people are saying this and that. Why should I care, right? They're not my friends. They're not my buddies. They're not on my side. Fuck them. I don't care. Right? And they're cowardly enough not to say it to my face. So, finger, right? If you say some shit to my face like we're going to have major problems. I'm not going to sit there and take it. But if you say that behind my back, that says a lot more about you and how cowardly and bitchy you are, not me. When I have problems with someone, I tell them to their face. I'm not afraid of them. But yeah. So take it that way. Try to reinforce your mental structure, let's say. Try to, elevate the level of thinking that you have, okay? Your emotional and spiritual, ways of dealing with things is much more important than trying to find a solution that doesn't exist. I mean, how are you going to make this thing disappear? You can't make it disappear. I mean, okay, you go to court, you go to law or whatever, and you have evidence of like 10 people that gang stalked you. Okay, then the police will go and contact these people and tell them to like back off and stuff like that. They might fine them, they might take them to jail. I don't care what they do. But, put a restricting order on them, doesn't matter. But the point is, there are thousands upon thousands of people who are involved in your gang stalking. And by the way, this happens to follow you from one country to another. So even if you go to another country, it's still going to follow you. So what about those other people? You want to film those other people as well? I mean, what, you're going to go to the police department and be like, everyone is gang stalking me? I'm being gang stalked by the entire town. 10,000 people are gang stalking me. Go and catch them. Go and, it's unreasonable, so to speak. So the only thing that you can do really is you can just accept it and learn to deal with it and learn to strengthen yourself and your resolve and your ability to resist. You cannot make this go away. Don't have any false hope. It will not go away. I'm not expecting it to relent at any point. And I don't expect that I can go to the police or anyone to solve this problem for me. It's not going to go away. It's there for life, okay? What I would recommend is if you need help and you want to get like help from a psychologist or something like that, by any means, do that. Psychologists can help you a lot in figuring things out and how to deal with this. And actually, I managed to find a psychologist that really helped me in the sense that he didn't really go too much into whether he believed that I was being gang stalked or not, and whether I was being delusional or not. He kind of left that judgment call for himself. He was working more on my problems and my issues, and he said, well, you know, if this is really happening to you and this is what you are seeing, now we need to deal with that reality and how you can deal with that and how you can manage through the day, that even though you're being gang stalked, you can just accept that and be like, whatever, come what may, you know. And that's the epitome of strength. That's where you will get strength. You will become powerful because these people have no power over you. Remember, again, I know I've seen a lot of people talk about being drugged, being poisoned, being, you know, messed with, physically injured, and so on and so forth, stuff like that. Some people talking about electronic harassment and radiation and so on and so forth. I don't know about that, man, okay? That might just be a thing that happens in America. But I'm telling you, I don't live in America, and that shit has not happened to me. No one has drugged me. No one has poisoned me. No one has messed with me physically. No one has touched me. No one has beaten me. No one has done anything to me physically. They don't touch me. They don't even come near me, okay? No one has come near me in this whole thing. It's just mental abuse. It's just a cheap attempt to mess with you psychologically, to get under your skin, okay? Try to get you to commit suicide. Mind you, I am not saying these people are innocent or something like that. This is not some innocent activity. I mean, I do call it cheap pranks. I'm trying to devalue this shit, okay? I'm telling you, cheap pranks. They're cheap pranks. Yeah, of course they're cheap pranks, because it's nonsense what they're doing. It's like high school shit, okay? However, the intention behind it is very sick and evil and cruel and sadistic. This is psychopathic shit for sure. These people are cruel, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, for the sake of your life, because you can't fight all these people, you can't do anything, you know, you can't be like public enemy number one and you just go like fighting at these people. I mean, imagine if you did that. Like every time someone is gang stalking you, just go and like get a like baseball bat and like beat the shit out of them. You're gonna be in jail in no time, you know what I mean? Your life will be ruined, not their life. Because some motherfucker said this and that about you, okay, they're gonna heal from their scars after like a month or two. They'll be in a hospital, and then you're gonna be in jail for a long time. You're gonna be in jail for a year or two at least. And look at the repercussions on your life. It's gonna mess up your life. So that's what I'm saying. It's you need to find the best solution that you can. And since you can't fight this because of the number of people involved, you just gotta ignore it and live with it. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. We've been cursed with this shitty gang stalking crap, you know? I don't know where it came from. I don't know who's the cause behind it. I don't know on every individual basis where this shit is coming from and who's doing it. But all I can tell you is you gotta deal with it in the best way that you can. And there is no false hope in you getting out there and like getting rid of these people doing this. You can't do that. You can't fight them. You can't get rid of it. You just have to accept it and move on. In the end, these people are not touching you. They're not physically touching you. They're not doing anything to you. And I hope they're not. If they are, in your case, man, that's different. I don't know, call the cops or something, try to defend yourself. I'm sorry to hear that, but that's not the situation I'm in. You know, in all of this for 2 years, nobody touched me. Nobody has laid their hand on me. You know, nobody has done anything to me physically. So that's where I'm like, okay, whatever. These people want to harass me. They want to do whatever they want to do. They want to stalk me in surveillance. Whatever, they can know anything they want to do about me. I know it's very degrading and humiliating and shameful and so on and so forth. And it does mess with you. But if you can be the bigger man and just be the bigger person, and you can be like, okay, hey, the less you care about what people think about you, the better you live your life. Because you will literally be free. You know, I've actually been thinking about something. I'm going to get, just to prove my point, I'm going to get a tattoo of freedom. Not freedom, a tattoo of saying I'm free in Greek, eleftheros. I am eleftheros. I am free. I'm gonna get that on my arm here. It's gonna be on my arm like this. Fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm free. Okay? I am literally free. because I'm free of the bounds of your shitty society, okay? You cocksuckers want to create this gang-stalking fucking society that you live in. Well, fuck you, okay? I'm not going to be part of that shit. And don't try for 1 second to think that you're going to guilt me or shame me into thinking that I'm a bad person, there's something wrong with me. No, fuck you. You motherfuckers, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you that you think it's acceptable to gang stalk someone and lie about it and try to make them out to be crazy. There's something wrong with you. And most likely there's something wrong with your fucking society. Okay? That's just some truth. You like it, you don't like it, shove it up your ass. That's the truth. Okay? You can call me antisocial, you can call me whatever you want. I don't care. It's your business. But I'm telling you something, is I know what is and what is not. And when I see all this, I'm like, dude, there's something wrong. This is like someone standing in the middle of 1942 Germany and looking at all the Nazis rounding up all the Jews and shit like that, and they're like, look, I'm not going to be part of this. I don't care how many people were involved. All of Germany is involved in it, but I don't care. I'm not okay with it. I'm not alright with it. Okay, you can shove your filthy shit ass society and flush it down the toilet because it means nothing to me. I don't care what it means to you. You're wrong. You are wrong. And actually, I'm gonna make a video about the psychological impacts of gang stalking and the tactics they use in terms of guilt tripping and shame tactics that they use to induce all kinds of negative feelings in a TI to make them believe that there's something wrong with them when there's actually nothing wrong with them. I may have done some wrong things in my life. Fair enough. I'm not a perfect individual, but just because someone did wrong don't mean that they deserve to be gang stalked. I mean, I'm not a criminal. I have not committed a crime. I am not in jail. And I do not deserve to be in jail. No matter what anyone thinks. You may think I deserve to be in jail. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. That's your opinion. You can shove that opinion up your ass. I don't care what you think. But I have rights. I don't deserve to be treated this way. I don't care what you think. Just because some motherfucker told you some shit about me. I don't care if it's true or not. You mind your own fucking business. You mind your own business. Okay? I am not here to please you. Do you understand that? I am not here to please you. My existence is not here for you. Motherfucker, you mind your own business and you get on your job and you do your shit and you mind your own business. That's what you do. Just because some motherfucker came to you and said, oh, you know, this guy, he's a pedophile or he's a rapist or whatever, fuck you. And you use that pathetic as justification to try to ruin my life? What's wrong with you, man? Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I did some things in the past. Like any normal human being, we make mistakes, we have wronged people, we have been wronged by others, and we have wronged others ourselves. This is completely normal. Every gang stalker themselves may have done perhaps even worse than I have done. I don't know. Clearly they are. If they're doing the gang stalking to you, clearly they are doing much worse than what you did. But they're using all these rationalizations, pathetic rationalizations, just because I had some issues with some people in the past, okay, which were not completely mind you, doesn't mean that I deserve to be treated this way. But then that's their prerogative and their opinion, and I don't give a shit. So the final message of all of this is, I do not care what they think of me or what they are doing or not doing. All I can tell you is, this shit is not going away. Don't have false hopes. You can't fight it in the sense that you can make it go away, but what you can do is you can fight it with yourself. I stand strong as myself and I mind my own business and I live my life because no one can take that shit away from me. Legally, they can't touch me. Physically, they can't touch me. Well, you want to say this or that about me, you can try to harass me all the time you want. It's not going to work. I'm not going to let you. You're not going to threaten me. You're not going to scare me. You're not going to mess with me. And you're not going to take away my liberty and my life. No matter how hard you try, it's not going to go away. Okay? And I am telling you, if you motherfuckers anyone can touch me, I will fuck you up. I will literally send you to the 7th level of hell if you come near me and you touch me. And I have fought with you people before. You sent some of you guys to my accommodation and you try to threaten me and you do like a stupid street theater crap. You thought I was gonna like just watch by, like do nothing. I challenged you people. I came down to fight with you because I'm not afraid of you. Okay? I came down to fight you and you ran like a stupid little bitch that you are. You remember that? You remember when that happened? Do you remember when that happened? Loser moment for you. That you call me a fag. You call me a bitch. You call me a woman. Well, fuck you. It seems you're the woman. It seems you're the fag. It seems you're the coward and you are the bitch. And that's how you know someone is a coward and a bitch. They come and mess with you, but when the heat is on, they flake. I came down to you, I said, wait for me, I'm coming down for you. And then we're gonna deal with this shit man to man. All this, doing shit behind your back and all this stuff, this is all for bitches, okay? You do that with bitches, you do that bitch ass shit with your mom, I don't give a fuck. You do that with women, I don't give a fuck. But you do that with me, and I challenge you and I say, hey, look, man, we're gonna talk this through, man to man. And you run away like a little bitch. Man, that's shameful, man. That's shameful, man. Anyway, that just concludes the message of today's video. And don't let these people mess with you. You got your life together, and don't have false hopes, man. It's not as bad as it, guys. There's always hope as long as you can resist it. Be a soldier. There's always hope, man. There's always hope. Trust me. You will live and you'll be thankful to be alive and everything will be perfect. They can do whatever they want and you'll be happy to have that freedom and autonomy. All right? Take care.